How you guys doing? This is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant. As always, I hope you guys, I hope my jinns out there, or my 21st century demons, are doing okay. I'm not gonna say that again, because the other guy said it. Even though I kind of like it, it does sounds nice. It has a ring to it. But how are you, my jinns, doing? How my fellow demons doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Um, I hope you guys like my new hashtag, light camp. So I'll be putting on light camp a lot as a hashtag in my videos. So I hope you guys go check that out. Reason I'm not in my regular space of recording is because I'm working on something else, and I'm presently working on something for the website for the people that's subscribed to the website. Um, you know, what's up, Mel? How you doing? I hope you, Mrs. Zazel. I hope you're doing good. Um, I'm gonna have. I'm working on a school, um, a scholarman's, a scholarman's school, right? For if you don't know what scholarman's is, if by any case you don't know what scholarman's is the place where Dracula is the place where Dracula learned all of his magic, right? So there's gonna be a section on the website called Scholarman's, and it's gonna be like a tutorial video on spirituality, right? The dark side of spirituality, and basically, I'm gonna teach you how to do certain things. I'm gonna teach you how to do certain things that I haven't spoken about on here on YouTube. So I'm gonna put that up there. Might be interesting to look at. I'm gonna try to create a vibe, very dark tone vibe in there. So because it comes out of vampires, So I have to Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I have to put a little vibe there, So very dark type shit, and I'm gonna light some candles and things like that. I'm gonna try to make it look cool. I'm gonna try to make it look cool. At least give the ambiance, right? So I'm working on that right now for the website. I'm gonna be working on that for the website, right? So you might not see me here on YouTube a lot, which I think for some people might be a saving grace, But because I'm seeing YouTubers just taking everything I'm doing down, bro. Like you can barely see me. You can barely see me on YouTube, bro. Like they're peed off right now. They are mad as hell. Um, so I'm not gonna be Don Quixote, and I'm not gonna be trying to knock down windmills that are not there. So since I'm on the Don Quixote status on YouTube, I'm gonna be working on this Caloman School. So you'll be able to enjoy that on my website. Now, of course, there's a lot of people that's not gonna be able to pay. Um, well, not be able. There's a lot of people that don't want to pay for my services. I'm not saying that's fine. It's however you see it. But if you go on my website, you can enjoy it for free. You can listen to the video. You can listen to the radio for free. And if you go on my website, you still have like a 1 month. I think it's like 30 days free, so you can enjoy it as much as you want. You don't have to pay. You can still go there. You can still make an account and enjoy the music without an account. You can still enjoy the music. The first page, the radio player is on the first page. Like I said before, I'm gonna do Lucifer's Lounge from time to time. I'm gonna do Lucifer's Lounge from time to time because right now Lucifer's Lounge is very hard to promote right now you know, um, it's hard to promote. I can't get, YouTube is a good marketing service, and if YouTube is blocking my videos, you know, it is what it is, man. It's the cost of doing business, man. So it's hard to, but Lucifer's Lounge is still there. We're gonna add in the Scholarman School. I'm gonna teach you how to have the powers of a vampire, you know, and it's gonna be awesome, baby. I got my little blog going. I still have to add in. I'm gonna add in some more information about Osmosis because I'm not gonna talk about it here, but there's some things you need to know about Osmosis and other people. I'm gonna create multiple blogs, just the first one. And yeah, we have an event. So hey, for all you 2, 3 people listening to my videos, right? All you 2, 3 people listening to my videos, stay up to date on October. I'm going to go live. We're gonna have an event outside. We're gonna have an event outside. We're gonna go live. It's not gonna be a big event. It's not a big thing. It's just a small thing, a little shindig, a little chilling, right? We're gonna do it outside, man. We'll be live. We'll be recording live, through the radio, probably through the radio. I'm gonna try and put it on YouTube too. I'm gonna make videos. I'm gonna make videos later on showing you a little bit of what happened during the event. But if I can, I will try to go live on YouTube. It's just there's not much. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Right. I don't know about my situation on YouTube right now. Right. I'm very Don Quixote and the windmills right now. You know what I mean? I'm basically, they're shutting me the fuck down. You know what I mean? like they are shutting me all the way down, bro. So they're removing views. Shoot, they haven't removed any subscriber as of late, but I'm pretty sure there's some people that tried to subscribe to my channel. It just didn't work and shit, man. Shit's crazy, bro. Like, it's insane. They want to shut me up so damn bad. It is ridiculous. They're pulling out all the stops, bro. Like, all the stops, man. Anyway, so like I said, try to keep up to date because I'm gonna be making these videos anyway. And and it might be cool if you guys attend, because it's gonna be a small thing. It's not gonna be a big thing. So if you guys keep me company, I would appreciate it. Because it's not just on YouTube that people don't like me. They don't like me in real life either. So try to come by. Keep me company, man. Let's mingle. Let's chill. So yeah, like I said, watch out for the School of Scolomancy, man. That's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. I wanted to do the Scholomans thing for a minute, but if you don't know what the School of Scolomancy, basically it's the school of the devil, right? It's the school that it's only a couple people that are accepted in that school, right? And some people trace back the scholomancy to King Solomon, right? So it's the devil that teaches. He's like the actual teacher in that school, right? And that's why vampires can transform into werewolves and and fly and shit and blah blah blah, right? That's where you have to go in order to learn how to use your vampire powers, right? So it's only right that Lucifer has, if I call myself Lucifer, I might as well have a scholomancy school, you know what I mean? So we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be marvelous. Don't even worry about it. So to go back to what we were saying earlier, about business, because, oh, by the way, if it's your first time joining my channel, my name is Lucifer. I'm a business and spiritual consultant. 9 minutes later, I introduced myself. Sorry about that. My name is Lucifer, a business and spiritual consultant. Because what else would the devil do if he was on earth than to talk to you about business and spirituality? Because business and spirituality is everything that the world is made of. Um, Another thing, man, for all you, there's a lot of people. The thing is, you know, business is a 3D and 5D world, right? It's a 3D world in some shape because, hold up, give me a second. It's a 3D world because it involves material. It involves a lot of material. And material exists in the 3D world. In the 5D world, it's not material that exists, it's souls, right? Souls, light beings, dark beings, and light beings exist in the fifth dimension, right? It's the essence of everything that lives in the fourth dimension, in the third dimension. The fifth dimension is basically the essence of everything that is. So every piece of material that you see actually has a soul. You know, every piece of material actually that you see actually has a soul. Every piece of material that you see actually has a soul. You know, and you become aware of the soul of all these things when you are living in the fifth dimension, in the 5D dimension, in the 5D world, right? So the thing about business is, you know, it's not exempt. Business is not exempt from that sort of thinking, you know, and people tend to make that mistake a lot of times. They tend to think like everything is spiritual, but not business. Business business is not spiritual at all for some reason, right? This is matrix, this is blue pill thinking, right? This is total establishment thinking. This is conformity thinking, right? Business is not separate from spirituality. If people, some people consider humans to be gods, right? If you're a human doing business, so what does that mean? That means you're a god that does business, right? So why would business be separate from, if so many gods are in business, then why would business be separated from spirituality? So the problem is a lot of people didn't see the spiritual aspect of business, or a lot of people saw that the spiritual aspect of business was more, has a more darker undertone, which you might be right, but at the same time, not 100% right. Not 100% right, because it depends on the kind of business that you have. If your business is about making people laugh and making people feel happy, then how can you say that's a dark, that has a dark undertone? There's nothing dark about that. You're here to make people laugh. You're here to make them happy, right? You know, if you have a kitchen, a restaurant, right? If you have a restaurant and everybody in there are jinns, right? They're fucking geniuses with food, right? They're geniuses of cooking, right? That makes me feel good when I go to your restaurant and I eat that food. It might be overpriced, but god dang it, I don't regret it. You know, everything tastes good. Everything tastes fantastic. You know what I mean? So, how can you separate that from spirituality? Why would you separate that from spirituality when it obviously has spiritual people living in it? If something, if you go to Africa and there's Africans, then you know you're in Africa, right? So if you're doing business and you're seeing genies and you're seeing magicians, then that must mean that there's spirituality involved in it somewhere in there. But a lot of people, like I said before, they have a dark vision, an obscure vision, an occult vision of spiritual of business. They have an occult vision of business. They have an obscure vision of business. Every time they talk about business, every time they think about business, it's always negative. They never see the positive in it. They never see the positive in it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go at a monastery and pray and shit like that. That's fantastic. That's good. Buddhism is great. You know, if you could like, Buddhism is a place that should be open like a church. You know, you should be able to go over there and pray on Sundays. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you're not praying in a Buddhist church. You're meditating, and that feels good. It feels so good. You know what I mean? You know, you go over there for 1 hour. You know, just like church, right? 1 or 2 hours on Sundays. You know, you don't have time to do it all the time, but now you're really into that zone. You know, you wear your little thing. You go in there, you wear your little thing, man. You sit down, and then you just meditate in silence. Nobody's bugging you. Nobody's asking you for money. Nobody's calling you on your cell phone. Nothing. You just chilling. You're just relaxing, and then you just let it all sink in, right? So you can't. The reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to alienate people or a specific set of people because they don't believe what I believe in. I'm not saying that because I'm not trying to alienate people. I'm not trying to reprimand people. I'm trying to open your eyes. Because if you listen to the media, if you listen to other people, if you even read about business, there's always something negative in there. And not only that, they're never going to tell you that. They don't tell you in books or TV or shows that, oh, my boss is a magician. And some people say that sometimes. Some people say that. Some people are like, yo, my boss is a magician, man. He can make a business deal happen out of the clear blue sky. Clear blue sky, bro. That's because he is a magician. He's not a magician, he's an alchemist. That's what he is. He's an alchemist. He can transform coal into gold. He's an alchemist. That's spiritual, baby. Shit, he might not even be aware. He might be aware, but at the same time, he might not even be aware that he's capable of doing that. Right? He might not be aware that he's capable of doing that. So, spirituality has something to do with business. And like I said before, I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm not alienating anybody. I'm not alienating anybody because you can go to your yoga class and respectfully follow all the rules of yoga. And at the same time, you can go to your Buddhist class and respect all the values and morals of the Buddha, right? But at the end of the day, when you're not in there, when you don't have to be in there, and when you go into the business world, when you go into the subsidal matrix, right, of reality, then you are still capable of remaining inside of that spectrum. You can still remain inside the spectrum of reality that you have chosen to live in. So, what you need to do as a person, is to realize and wake up. You need to realize and wake up and free yourself of this so-called false identity that the reality that humans have created for us. Because that's just a made-believe reality. the whole thing about our business is bad, and capitalism is bad, and liberals are like this and Republicans are like that, and da 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 da, and Democrats are this, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Here I go again. I'm talking about the only reason why I even mentioned Republicans because Donald Trump. I didn't even. I don't even f with Republicans like that, bro. The only reason why I just said Republicans is because of Donald Trump. You know what I mean? So, point of the matter is, you have to let go of these consequential identities that society created for us, man. Those are not for us, bro. If you are living in the 5D world, those rules do not apply, man. They don't apply, bro. Those rules do not apply to you. You have to create your reality. You have to, in order to create your reality, you have to know that the reality that you're living in is inexistent. It's unexistent. It doesn't exist. It's not real, right? You have to create your own reality. You have to create your own version of reality, man. You have to create your own version of reality, bro. So, know this. When you're outside of your temple, when you're not when you're not when you're not in your yoga class, when you're not in um I don't know, your Buddhist temple, or your I don't know, I don't know, you kinesthetic class, or anything that you do that's outside of your regular work hours, and when you feel more energetic, right? You have to understand that if you proceed into business in a more ethical way, in a more open minded way, you will still be in that sphere of spirituality. You'll still be in it. You're not going to separate. It's not because, oh, I'm going to start doing marketing, so now I'm not in the spiritual world anymore. There's no such thing. It's not true, bro. You're If you are in the 5 dimension world and you're still seeing everything that you're seeing right now, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's like I was reading an article, and in that article, people believe that humans, all humans are God. I don't believe that. I think all humans have the potential to be gods, but I do not believe that all humans are actual gods. I don't believe that. But I do believe, if that was true, then I wouldn't be saying all these things. There would be no use for me to say these things, right? Somebody else would be telling me this, and I wouldn't be telling you this, right? So to me, to say that all humans are God is a little bit of an over exaggeration. I believe that, just like in the Matrix, just like Morpheus said, everybody has the potential to be the one. Everybody has the potential to be the one, and there's a lot of people that can be very strong. Morpheus was very strong. Ghost, he was just as strong. He was just as strong, mind you. He's the bodyguard of the Oracle, so he was just as strong as Neo, right? Neo had a little bit more than him, right? Because he can fly and he can do like all sorts of weird shit, and probably Ghost, or Seraph, right? Could have been probably could have done the same shit, right? Maybe, who knows? I don't know, But he decided to protect. Well, the Oracle needed somebody to protect her, obviously. So bada bing, bada boom. He's the bodyguard of the Oracle, But he was still just as strong. They both were shining, right? Because you see, Neo was looking at him at some point, and he was like, "What are you?" You know what I mean? Like he was glowing just like he was glowing. So he was like, what the fuck are you? You know what I mean? So um, anybody has the potential to be the one, right? But you got to take steps towards being the one, right? Like Trinity was basically like Neo's replacement until they found Neo. From the way I look at it, right? She's a legend. She's a legend in the Matrix, and she's a legend outside the Matrix, right? So she was kind of dope. You know what I mean? Even the agents knew who she was. What? Right? Even the agents knew who she was. Right? Morpheus, same thing. He's the only one in the group that could actually fight an agent. Right? Of course, he can't win because the agents are basically cheating. Right? They're straight up cheating. But he's the one that saved their butts when Neo just came into the thing and he didn't know how to use his powers. Right? And he whooped some ass. And he did it again in the other Matrix. He fought another agent by himself, and he's the guy that said if you see an agent, you get the f out of there. You do not fight an agent, you will die. You know what I mean, bro? Like, but he can actually like handle himself long enough to do some shit, and so it wasn't his first rodeo, and he's not the one, but he's pretty fucking strong, you know. Or what else, because it's important to keep this example in mind because there's a lot of people that kind of like understand what I'm saying. There's people that disagree with what I'm saying, and they're like, everybody's a god, everybody's great, everybody's fantastic, right? They see like life in a rainbow colored universe, right? And then there's people that believe what I believe, and they're like, yeah, everybody, and they're a little bit pessimist. Well, I'm not gonna say people that think like me because I'm not pessimist, but there's people that think in the same barem, in the same area of what I'm thinking, right? And they're like, yeah, well, everybody can be the one, but I don't know, But it's not that I like they don't really think that that's true because if you compare the worst the thing is if you compare yourself to the rainbow colored kids that believe that shit even though it's not true, right? If you compare yourself to the rainbow colored kids, of course you're gonna feel depressed. Of course you're gonna feel depressed because you're looking at people that probably don't know as much as you do or probably haven't seen as much as you have. So you become depressed because you're like, man, these people, they're not wrong, but dude, like you can't say everybody is a god and I mean, like, it does sound kind of crazy in some form. It does kind of sound crazy a little bit, but at the same time, those people still have a point because everybody does have the potential to be the one, man. Everybody does have the potential to be the one. And even if you're not as strong as the one, you're probably one of the strongest people in there, you know? So that's the reason why you can't be pessimist about it. And you can't look at it in the way that, oh, well, these people are crazy. So since I'm not like these people, my way of thinking is better than their way of thinking. And I'm not saying that there are people like that are crazy. I'm just saying like, that's what somebody in that position would be thinking, kind of. It'd be like, these people don't have enough information, so since me, I have a little bit more information, that means they're wrong. Nah, bro, that's not how it works. You can't be like, because you learn every day, right? And like I said before, if we had a conversation, I would still disagree. Even though we think around the same barrel, we would still have a disagreement because you would be like, no, not everybody is the one, and those guys would be like, everybody is the one, even though whatever, and I'd be like, I don't agree with him, but I don't agree totally with you either because I believe that everybody has the potential to be the one, right? So those are three completely different things. Three different processes, right? So the thing you got to understand, that's the reason why these examples are kind of important and good to remember, because this is why they're kind of important, because people tend to forget those things. They tend to forget that this person, they tend to forget that Michael Jordan existed, right? They tend to forget that Bruce Lee existed, right? They tend to forget that Mike Tyson used to be a boxer, right? People tend to forget things a lot of the time, you know, especially since the person is not doing it or he's not here anymore. So people forget things. But in actuality, the only reason why you're feeling pessimist is because, or overly optimistic, is because you tend to forget things. Because you can't say everybody's a god and they're not reading the books in order to become gods, or they're not living the experience that they need to live in order to become God. You can't say that, man. You can't say that. You have to realize, you have to realize what you have. You got to realize what you have, you know. So, man, anyway, I'm going to stop the video right here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Um, what else? What else? What else? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.